What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan. I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have a X-Wing hobby news. What's that? We still do those? I don't know. I don't know if we do those on this channel. Yes, we still do X-Wing on this channel whenever there is X-Wing news to be given, which is not very much lately. As you can see here by the AMG transmissions page, we got these back in September and then really didn't have much anything. This was not that great of, that didn't really give any cool information on the 19th. And then now we have the new Star Wars X-Wing Battle over Endor scenario preview that just came on the 16th. They announced it, which is around the same time as they announced the Fifth Brother and Seventh Sister for Legion, which we did do, which is out on I think March 15th. So let's take a look in this. I'm not a big proponent of the scenario packs, but I always give everything a fair shake and look into it. And but I generally don't buy the scenario packs personally myself. But we'll take a look at it and see what we think, and see if we can interest some of you guys in some Star Wars X-Wing stuff. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. Without further ado, let us get into this new Star Wars X-Wing Battle over Endor scenario. The Battle over Endor Scenario Pack adds another exciting narrative scenario to play with your friends. In this scenario, the Imperial player will be fending off Rebel ships as they try to destroy the command bridge of the Super Star Destroyer Executor. In this article, we will cover some of the unique features of the scenario and give tips on strategies to win. Okay. So again, another, doesn't really show you much here. It just talks about it. Both players will begin with the same point total, but the Imperial player has 4 additional turbo laser batteries, giving them an advantage in a straight dogfight with the Rebels. Also, the Imperials get to set up in 2 locations where the Rebel player is stuck, setting up in the middle of the table near the turbo lasers. This gives the Imperials a significant advantage over the Rebels. If the Rebels try to ignore Imperials and just try to go straight to the main objective. The Imperial strategy for this scenario is to destroy the Rebel ships as quickly and as mercilessly as possible. You'll need to have all your ships enter combat on the first round of the game to overwhelm the Rebels quickly while you still have the turbo lasers. As a general strategy, the Imperial player will never want to make a defensive choice with their ships, like running away to avoid destruction. Victory for the Empire necessitates the destruction of all Rebel ships, and your tactics should match that goal. Focus fire on ships that are the highest threat to the bridge and that are the easiest to remove from the board first. Use the bridge to strengthen the turbo lasers first, and only start recovering shields once the turbo lasers are gone. So yeah, it talks about this. Setup will be your key to success, blah, 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 blah. If you still have, if the Rebels ignored your ships to burn down the bridge quickly, they still must live through turn 8 to win. If you crush their puny rebellion, you'll still win the game. Okay, so even if your bridge goes up, if you kill all the Rebels before turn 8, before the end of turn 8, you're still going to win. Okay. The Rebel strategy at a first glance seems simple. Ignore everything else and destroy the bridge. However, if you do that, you'll lose many of your ships to the Imperial fighters and the turbo lasers. And find yourself running for multiple turns as the Imperials pick you off for your few remaining ships. Rebel squads will have a hard time succeeding with that straightforward strategy. What we found works best is to remove the turbo lasers as quickly as possible, then fight the Imperials for a few rounds, and then finally try to time the destruction of the bridge so that it happens as you close in on round 8. While you are outnumbered, the Rebels do have the advantage in that the turbo lasers and the bridge are set locations and will not move. So there's that. Yeah. Once the turbo laser is dealt with, you can start working on eliminating Imperial ships. This is likely a losing fight, since the Imperials had at least one turn of combat in which you shot at the turbo lasers instead of ships. However, the rebels aren't necessarily here to win the fight, just to remove some of the more threatening and fragile ships. Early on, you'll only want to fire at the bridge if it's your only option, but that doesn't last forever. It's hard to determine the right time to swap over to the bridge, but once you do, stay on until it is destroyed. You want the game to go a whole 8 turns for your best victory condition. So the bridge needs to be destroyed shortly before then, and your ships need to scatter and flee afterwards. Swap to the bridge when you think you can destroy it, or when you hit a wall in combat and you can't easily destroy more Imperial ships. Okay. Try enjoying it out at your local game store. They haven't really talked, they didn't really show you like a link, so I don't think they have it up on Asmodee like they did the Seventh Sister and Fifth Brother. So, and they didn't really give us any cards, any have, like, this is the first announcement in like 5 months, 4 months, September, 4 months, and nothing. Like, they just talk about their new scenario. Cool. It's a scenario. Woohoo. Why I do think scenarios are kind of cool way to play the game. I don't like the fact that a lot of scenario packs have set pilot cards and you can't choose your own upgrades, and it kind of takes out the aspect of the game, the creativeness of X-Wing, that allows you to build your own lists to be, try new things and have your favorite, options and stuff like that. Whereas it just gives you here's your Vader with this upgrade, this upgrade, this upgrade, or here's your Luke with this upgrade, this up, and it just kind of takes away the flavor of you figuring out how you like your play style and what's best for you. And that's my thing about these battle packs, is why I don't get them, is because generally I'd rather just play a basic game of X-Wing, choose all my stuff, and have fun. The scenario thing is a cool thing. The objectives, that's cool. The whole battle scenario of it is pretty cool, but then they limit you within the context of that with what you can do, and I don't necessarily like that. It would totally be cool to have this scenario going on a table, and then have like another table beside it doing like a Legion battle with the bunker expansion. So it's like the Endor thing, and have like the Battle of Endor playing out on the Legion table at the same time as you do the X-Wing battle over Endor. Would be really, really cool. That's actually a pretty cool idea. Not that I'll ever get to do it, but it would be, if someone's watching this and they think that that's a pretty cool idea and you have the stuff to do it, you need to do that and send me a video. You send me a link so I can watch it, because that would be awesome. But yeah, there's some cool stuff you can do. I don't necessarily mind the scenario stuff, but at this point they're not giving us much to go on. Not really meaty or anything that we can really chew into here. It's just kind of like hey, here's something for X-Wing. Maybe get it, maybe don't. Do whatever you want. We don't care. We're going to go make Marvel Crisis Protocol. And Star Wars Crisis Protocol. Also known as Shatterpoint. But it's just Crisis Protocol in Star Wars. Yep. AMG. Atomic Mass Games. When will they learn? Anyways, tell me what you guys think. Are you interested in this? Do you think it would be a cool addition to the X-Wing repertoire? Would you rather just, like me, play regular games and get to choose all your stuff? Like, I did something really cool. In one instance, I built a list where all the pilots were a letter of my son's name. So I had 4 pilots, his name Jack, and so like I had like different rebel pilots and they all spelled out Jack, and that was really, really cool. And I might have done it with another faction too, like Scum or Imperial, I can't remember. But either way, like, I built this really fun list, and it wasn't like meta list. It was just a random list that I wanted to try and stuff like that. And I got to, try different upgrades and stuff like that. And it was really cool. So, I mean, that's the freedom and the fun that really brought me into X-Wing. I think it brought a lot of other people. So, but I do agree that some of these scenarios do add some flavor. The different style battle instead of just one, head-on-head dogfight does add some intrigue to the game. I just don't really care for the limiting players by having the thematic setup battle cards for pilots and stuff like that, because you can only play Luke with these upgrades because they decided those were the upgrades that he would have used at the Battle of Endor. Luke wasn't even in the Battle of Endor, so like Lando in the Millennium Falcon or something like that. But you get what I'm saying. Anyways, tell me what you guys think. And hopefully we will get more X-Wing news. I'm not holding my breath. It sounded like they were going to give X-Wing a little bit of a break. So I don't expect to get much more this year. But you never know. We can always hope. Anyways, looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.